Hey, you guys, this is LaDonna, Lady of Truth, and today I have with you all my sister, Miss Erica Maysville. Um, and one of the things that I want to talk about today, well, let's go back. I haven't did a video in a long time. The last time I posted a video, I was in my hibernation stage. Yes, I was there for a very, very long time. Well, it seemed longer than what it was. However, it was necessary, and sometimes you have to take the time for yourself to actually get to know yourself. Sometimes you got to breathe, and you're so consumed with everything that's going on around you that you fail to take the time out for yourself. And when you learn to take the time out for yourself, you could start to redirect yourself, your mind, your emotions, your thoughts, even your spirituality, your finances. Everything will change, and it's up to us. So the one thing that me and my sister is going to speak about today is liberation. So I'm gonna let her introduce herself and say a little bit about herself. And you know I don't cut videos when I stumble, stagger. I ain't about to recut. None of that edited is raw because this is the present moment, and I'm gonna give you my present moment, and that's all that matters. All right, go ahead.
Just like Donna, I have a YouTube channel, and it was Dry Bones. It was Dry Bones because I had been through something with a relationship, a former friend that turned into a relationship, and it was toxic. And because of that, I just felt like my motivation dried up. And because of that, whenever I would think about doing a video, I would just basically weep. Just started crying because it was like I felt like I was failing. Then I felt like no, because I don't know. It was like an overwhelming sensation I would get. Like no, not right now. And so I just kept putting it off. And then just recently we connected.
It was like 16 years, and we have reconnected. Nothing but God can do that. Nothing but it's like a 360 degree. It's like.
Tell them how we met.
Oh, well, we met through I was married prior to the husband I am married to now, and I was very, very young. Beautiful young man, beautiful experience, and he had a best friend, and I used to want to beat him up because he was so young. I wanted to fight him. Even though I was younger, I was a mother, so I was a little more mature.
Yeah.
A little mature.
A lot of more.
Mature, so you know, me back then, I felt like if I sass you up, I think I could put these hands on you. You know, just to get your discipline a little bit. But however, I married my husband.
I was married to.
I'm sorry. I was about to say the asshole. Okay. Sometimes we could be good assholes, and sometimes we could be bad assholes.
Assholes are necessary.
I mean,
you have to boo boo.
Well, okay. Well, it's the polarity.
You have to come out.
Polarity.
Yeah.
Good asshole. Bad asshole. And some people may not know what asshole is.
Bad asshole got hemorrhoids on.
It's just like, whoa.
A healthy asshole is releasing, eating healthy, releasing everything and letting it come out.
Because you know they say, the doctors, the medical field they said, and I do believe it, that your poop is supposed to be a certain texture.
Yeah. Certainly.
And if you sloppy, I guess your texture is going to be detrimental to the cause of you. Okay.
It's so hard. Woo.
Yeah, drink some water. I'm gonna get some water on that note.
Right.
Give me some water.
Drink some water. So we wrote some stuff in our journals about liberation. How did we get on liberation?
Well, I was like, well, let's do a video. And we're both coming from a place of healing and self-worth and learning to understand and respect people as well, and to understanding our triggers, because we got triggers. Yeah. I know I got triggers, but when you're aware of your triggers. So when we was discussing the topic, what came to my mind was liberation, because liberation kind of ties into everything, like on everything you could think about in life. Liberation is something that we all strive for, even if it's under the umbrella of the cause, the government, social systems, and and relationships and
Mm-hmm.
educational system and there's
Mm-hmm.
so many systems. Hey, we could just do a topic on systems.
On system.
I might pass out.
It's a mental programming that's been taught to us from the second we come out. We get the birth certificates of social security numbers. And the
love them down. Stamp that number on them. And that's how it really is. You don't even understand that you no longer belong to yourself.
Mm-mm.
Your mind don't belong to you.
Mm-mm.
Your children don't belong to you.
Mm-mm.
Your own heart, your spirit don't belong to you. Your finances don't mean anything to you.
Mm-mm.
So that's what the topic of liberation come from. I mean, do you want to go first?
You go first. You go first.
Okay.
Because I don't want to break up, your flow, your momentum.
Oh no, I'm gonna do this real fast.
Take your time.
Real fast because we have a mark. Being the first video and wanting to be able to allow people to feel our energy, and
Yeah.
we're busy. We have a lot of things. We slaves. We have to go handle stuff.
Yeah.
We can't be like the bird. The birds, they gotta handle their business too. So we still gotta handle our business, even though we live under. I'm trying to find a better word to say, but the programming system that we're operating in. So one of the things I look up was self-governing. And self-governing, the definition is having control or rule over oneself.
Mm-hmm.
Bing, 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 bing.
Mm-hmm.
Liberation. Liberation is the act of setting someone free from imprisonment, slavery, or oppression to release. Freedom from limitations on thoughts or behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
A movement seeking equality, rights, status for a group. The removal of a traditional social sexual rules, attitudes. That says so much. So social liberation is defined for the purpose of this class. Okay, let me read that again. For the purpose of this class. Okay, for the purpose of the class.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
As all efforts to effect real and lasting change in social systems that constrict or restrict systematic institutions, oppression. So some of the words that I wrote down, the synonyms: emancipation, freeing, and then some of the other words was deliverance. It was redemption and salvation. And I could see how redemption and salvation could fall under liberation, because when you liberate, you redeem your.
Something just dropped in me.
Oh, go ahead.
Juneteenth.
Yes.
Was the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Liberation.
Mm-hmm.
And how they didn't even know. They didn't even know until 2 years later that they was free.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like where our people at. They don't know that they free. It's like we the Juneteenth, you free.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's crazy.
So another thing that I like, it says releasing your fears and insecurities. And then I looked at the word snare, because sometimes we have to understand that we have a polarity. They mirroring each other, that polarity of you, me, her, and everyone. So the snares is something by which one entangles. Okay, so I have children. I have a real life. I like to make everything realistic and not commercial. My son is hiding. I'm not going to do this. You guys can say hi. Come say hi so you can remove yourselves and be respectful. Say hi. You want to come say hi?
Aww.
You got to stick your head on there.
Come down, son.
Hey.
Hello.
Say bye.
Bye.
Okay, go.
Keep on walking like.
I know, right? Kids. They want to be liberated too. They want to be free too. But we can look up the word snare. Something by which one is entangled, involved in difficulties or impeded. Like, it's impeding your spirit, it's impeding your heart, it's impeding your mind, it's impeding your finance, it's impeding everything. And so the other words that I like was entanglement, bait, temptation, decoy, enticement, allurement, deception, pitfall, impairment, and seduction. And these are some of the terminologies that keep us enslaved, where we cannot be free and liberated and redeemed and salvated. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna stop that.
Yeah, that's good. It's like But see, we get programmed so early on.
Yes.
Till it's like you don't even know you programmed. Then once you realize you programmed, now you got to figure out where do you begin to even, start the process of accepting this new whole way of thinking. But that scripture come to mind. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And a lot of people don't like to change their mind. They be so rigid in religion that they just write off that scripture like, oh, that don't apply to me. I'm straight. You got to basically forget everything that you was programmed to think, because a lot of stuff that we was programmed that we were taught was free will. It was forced on you. So it's a process of realizing that I'm not free. I'm not liberated. You can tell because everywhere you turn, you feel like you're under control. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't
Good
do
example.
this. I can't.
The kids come down, right?
Mm-hmm.
They want to be free. They was going to get some water. I could have been like, no. And I'm learning.
Kept coming.
Yeah. Yes, because you're like stagnant. You're causing them to be stagnant within themselves.
All they want to do is say hi.
Oh.
Yeah, hurry up then.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to read what I wrote in my journal. I said, personally, to me, to be liberated means to take the muzzle off. When they say women can't say this, can't do that. My ex used to say, humble yourself, to not curse because of being told it's a sin. But if that's the way I choose to express myself, then that's the way I'm choosing to express myself. I should be able to do that. I feel like that's why we die early of heart attacks and stuff like that. And I put it in parentheses. I may want to express my damn self. That means something more than just express myself. You know what I'm saying? I got pent up energy, pent up abuse, pent up hurt, and I need to let that pour out the way it's gonna pour out without anybody else saying you can't say it like that. Don't say it. It happened in a way that was harsh, and this is the way I'm delivering it. Harsh because I'm expressing myself. That's all I can say. Liberation, being able to express yourself, free to admit faults, lust, desires, fetishes, sexual or otherwise. Just not feeling like I can't say this or I can't say that. I don't know, whatever your fetish might be, to lick feet. I don't. But
I can't lick those toes. I'm gonna go to hell.
Free to say, I like these certain things. As far as homosexuality, that hit home for me. I ain't gonna get into that, but it really hit close to home for me. And I was able to tell this close loved one to freely be themselves. And that made them feel liberated.
Yes.
Being honest, even if it hurts to hear the truth.
Yes.
It's a way you can laughingly, jokingly deliver a truth without hurting somebody. Yes. But you liberating them, you liberating yourself because you're not lying to them, Free to be a comedian. I had suppressed that part of me because I didn't want to disappoint my parents. Funny part is I already had. So it was like you might go on and liberate yourself and be who you are as a grown person. It's like I was steady living like I was a child. I had to liberate myself and become my own woman. Well, what did this woman say she can do? She can say, I'm grown. And being comfortable with that and not feeling insecure like I can't take care of myself. What else did I say? This was good. Liberation for me was being free to accept healing. And I said, you ever gave somebody something and you have to damn near make them take it? Mm-hmm. It was almost like I felt like I didn't deserve to be healed because I felt like I should pay a penalty for picking or choosing these people or these circumstances. It's like, well, you picked them, so just be miserable. Instead of saying, well, I picked those people or I picked those situations based on my level of understanding.
Yes, that makes sense. That makes sense though.
And then, okay, so now I can see that I wasn't the same person I was then. So of course I'm going to make some stupid.
Yeah, remember standards. Remember when we were talking the other day and I was saying that my standards at one point, they was here. And then when I elevated, my standards changed. And there's nothing wrong with your standards changing, but it's showing you that you can evolve. You
Yes.
don't have to be just stagnant,
Yes.
stuck in one place. And even when your sexuality evolve and you understand what sexuality is and having a voice and speaking your voice. Because I used to be at church when I was in my 20s and calling people fake bitches. I'm just being real. And no one never asked me why I was calling them fake bitches. I had to say years and years ago, years and years later, like, don't you want to know why I'm calling you a fake bitch?
Right.
But no, they didn't want to know. But some people
They
don't.
didn't even want to know.
They didn't even know. But some people don't want to be liberated. But they are being liberated on a level. Sometimes some people don't want to be liberated, and that's their journey. That's their purpose. That's their existence, and they deserve to be loved too. But however, like I always say, I have to love you from over here. Here.
It's like a dog. They've been in the cage so long. You let the cage out. I mean, the door open, and they still be.
They won't even leave out. They don't even know that the door is open. The door was never locked. The lock wasn't even turned. You know, how about this? The door was wide open.
The whole time.
And you were so blind, it appears to be closed to you. So this is just the introduction. This is something that we're not going to just be able to do in one setting, but we're going to do this as our introduction.
Cliffhanger.
Bam. We're going to introduce, and we're going to come back, and we're going to continue to share our journey. Our journey is going to be real live. It's going to be beautiful. We might be eating some good food. I'm a cook, so we might have some food. Show y'all a little food.
Yes.
We might be having some water. We might have some drinks. We might be at the park. We might let the kids come and say what they have to say, because that's freeing. I want my kids to be liberated, but I want them to understand that they live under something that is governed over them. Like I remember I told someone, I'm going to teach my kids spirituality, and I'm going to teach them about the matrix, the world, the social systems. And they was like, no. What? Why wouldn't I teach my child about everything so they could know how to maneuver, to be in this world but not of this world? But if you don't know what this world is, how you know what you are and what is in this world? You don't even know the wheat from the tare. You don't even have the keen eye to discern it. So,
and that's probably what we need to do too, like do a maybe like a level 1.
Yes. Ooh, a graph.
And
the levels of elevation. Oh, there go a book. That could be like a self-help pamphlet of the levels and how you heal yourself, on the dynamics of healing yourself on different levels.
How to wake up. How to wake up out the matrix. We talking beyond pro-black. Pro-black is part of it, but it's
Christianity is part
levels,
of it. All of it's good. Nothing is bad, only if you have the mind to think bad. If you think heaven and hell, then you're going to create heaven and hell.
In your mind.
So we're going to create liberation. We're going to show you how to get free, because we have freed ourselves from multiple levels, and we're want to just give back this to our people. I don't care if you like. I don't care if you subscribe. Fine if you do, fine if you don't. This is me giving you God.
It's not doing it for nothing else but to feel as though we are living up to our purpose. Elevating purpose.
Elevating purpose. Elevating purpose. And this is elevating purpose. This is a manifestation of elevating purpose.
Coming up.
The universe wouldn't even brought us back together if we was not elevating.
Our frequencies. We was on the same frequency. Because when you told me the journal, I was like, and every thought creates your future.
Oh, read yours what it says?
Every thought creates your future.
And mine says, this is the day which the Lord had made. We rejoice and be glad in it. My daughter got this for my birthday years ago. People buy me notebooks, and you have to remember the present moment. You could choose to rejoice. That's liberation. Affirmations and prayers and songs is affirming your present moment. So, okay, we're going to conclude. I'm going to say this. I really love that we're introducing our opinion, our perspective, our theology, our spirituality, our emotions. We're experiencing that with you guys. We're giving it to you. We're
liberating ourselves. Helping you liberate yourself while we're liberating ourselves more and more. Because I feel like it's still more liberation I need to do. Until
we leave. Until we leave.
It'll continue.
But on that note, guys, I don't like to keep you long. I'm at that 20-minute mark almost, and it was just perfect alignment.
I'm proud of us.
Yeah, I know. Like, man, Enjoy.